Hello, you are welcome to the New Americans Television Global Affairs. Today we are having a great person in the Columbus Central Ohio community, and he's the CEO of Telhio Credit Union. And so we'll be talking about Telhio Credit Union, and the CEO of Telhio Credit Union is Mr. Derrick Bailey. And Mr. Derrick Bailey was appointed CEO last year, but he has been in the industry for decades. And today we'll be talking to him about what Telhio Credit Union is doing and how it is helping the New American community and everyone that is a member of Telhio Credit Union. At this moment, I would like to introduce Mr. Derrick Bailey. You are welcome to New Americans Television Global Affairs.
Thank you for having me. Definitely an honor. Looking forward to having a great conversation.
Yeah. And like I said, introduce Telhio Credit Union. I was going through, the profile of Telhio Credit Union, and it says that it's a not-for-profit financial cooperative where its members are also its owners. What does that mean?
Yes. So back in the 1930s, when the Credit Union Act started and established credit unions as a financial institution, as cooperatives. So we're member-owned, meaning that each member gets one vote. They vote for a board of directors, and a board of directors, they appoint leadership to manage on behalf of the members. So that's where the member-owned part comes in, and we are set up as a not-for-profit. When you go to one of our operations centers, if you ever go out there, one of our slogans is "People over Profit." Now we have to make a profit, of course, because we have to keep the lights on. But the way that we're set up is really to do everything in the best interest of our members. So once we have enough sort of to clear and to pay for the bills and put a little bit back in reserve, we're looking at discounts for our members, how to price loans a little cheaper for our members is really a give back to our members. Part of the things that we do really well is through financial education. So financial literacy courses, especially for new Americans where, they may be wondering, how do I establish credit? How do I get a mortgage?
So that's where I want to come into now. So who can bank with Telhio Credit Union?
Membership is open to anyone that lives, work, or worship in the counties that we serve. So it's essentially the Greater Columbus MSA and the Cincinnati MSA, along with Dayton, Ohio as well, and then select employers. So when we were started, we originally started as the telephone company for the credit union for the Columbus Telephone Company back in 1934. That's why the name is Telhio now. So it's open. It's relatively easy to join if you live in our field of membership. If you go to www.telhio.org, it'll walk you through different ways that you could qualify for membership, or you can always come into one of our branches.
Okay. So when somebody comes in and it's like opening an account, when you open an account, you become a member. Is that what it means?
Correct. But you start with your member share account.
Okay.
So that member share account is what makes you a member.
Okay.
But then if you need a checking account, a money market, an IRA, or anything else, we have those services available as well.
Okay. And we know that most of what the new American or the immigrant, or resident is looking forward to is the American dream. Comes to America, he or she wants to achieve that dream of owning a home and also probably starting a business and becoming very big, and everybody's talking about the person. What are the kind of facilities that Telhio Credit Union we have for people like that, so that they can be able to attain that dream, that American dream?
That's a great question. I'll start with the mortgage side, the home ownership side. We are very active in residential mortgage lending. There's some great first-time home buyer programs. There's even some programs that we have where there's a grant for the down payment. So there's plenty of options there. For starting a small business, we are the #1 SBA lender amongst credit unions in the state of Ohio. We are also a top credit union amongst any financial institution, the top lender amongst any financial institution, whether bank or credit union, when it comes to small business lending. So whether it's to start up a new business, to acquire a business, to do a food truck, electrician, plumber, whatever you want to do, the first step is really sitting down with one of our business bankers or our mortgage loan officer if you're looking for a home, and we'll guide you through the process.
Wow, that's interesting. That takes me to, when you were appointed as CEO, there was this way you were described that you developed, innovative policies and procedures to provide loans to community and organizations helping, Telhio to become top SBA lender. In overall it was #2, and in credit union it was #1.
Mm-hmm.
So can you share some of these, these innovative policies and procedures to provide loans to community companies and organizations?
Yeah, it was really around the thought leadership and change of our model. Traditionally, credit unions are known for providing auto loans, great auto loans, really good depository rates, whether it's a CD, and it's a mortgage lending. When I came to the credit union in 2013, our board really wanted us to focus on small business lending and ramping it up, and it was a really, really great strategic decision. Because as we know, and even throughout the pandemic, the amount of small business owners has only increased and will continue to increase. So it was internal, really. It wasn't that we did anything outside of making it easier for small businesses to apply, making it more friendly towards the applicant, taking our time getting to know people versus saying, fill out this application, give me your tax returns. So that's what we did. We just we changed our mindset, making sure that small business is a focus point, not an afterthought. And the benefits are really, there's a trickle-down effect, right? So if you help a small business, more than likely you're going to be able to help that business owner and the business's employees as well. And when we, typically we onboard a small business, they become a member, we, probably a good majority of the time, the owner of that business opens up a personal relationship with us, and quite often the employees as well. And that's real community impact, right? Because who's the biggest advocate of a financial institution is our members, right? So it really worked out well, and it was really forward thinking at that time. Now there's a lot of credit unions and community banks that are starting to participate, as they should, in SBA lending and small business lending.
Yeah, that brings me to the management part of supporting community businesses. A lot of times where most people come from, it's always a one-man business. And so how do you support such, and how do you grow, from being a one-man business to being, a bigger organization that will change not just the owner, but the community?
I think it all comes down to the same thing. It's planning, whether it's personal, whether you're running a Fortune 500, whether you're running a one-man shop. You have to plan. You have to document your plan. And then the rest is really relationships, right? Outside of your work ethic and the stuff that you just have to have, the rest is planning and relationships. Making sure that you have a good CPA, a good financial institution as a partner, making sure you have someone that you could talk to, right? A lot of business owners don't have mentors.
Yeah.
And no one understands what it means to be self-employed, and when you have to meet payroll, it's completely
exactly.
different.
Yep.
So get in networking groups with other small business owners. Don't look at everyone as your competitor. Maybe, if I own a plumbing company, maybe I'm going to talk to somebody that owns a HVAC company or whatnot, just to say, what are your hurdles? What have you been through? So I think, and we're starting to see it in Columbus, a lot of organizations bringing more small business owners together. Participate in those forums. Go to those events, because you can learn a lot from people.
That also brings me to the event that we just witnessed, and that is the opening of in his care daycare center. It's a big business that we just saw, and I learned that Telhio, played a very significant role in that business, and in setting it up and making it to come to realization. Would you like to give us some, insights into how it all happened?
Yeah, it's about relationship.
Yeah.
For example, it wasn't just a one-day thing. That's a 7-year relationship that came into fruition with different businesses and different opportunities. So when you have a relationship with your bank, with your banker, with your credit union, it makes it easier to make things happen, right? So my biggest, it goes back to the first point, that make sure that you have a banker, make sure you get to know them, and make sure you have the right person. That you have to pick someone that you feel comfort with. It's not about the institution, it's really about the people. So that just came from understanding people's visions and business models, and so when the opportunity presented, you can move quicker that way.
And at this time, to round up, is there any other thing that you would like to let the community know, especially the New American community, the immigrant community, that we encourage them to, appreciate the role that Telhio Credit Union is playing and how it can, affect, their lives?
I would say just come and visit us. Give us a shot. Give us an opportunity. We have branches all over the city, or if you want to do it via phone, you could do it via phone. But I think if you can, go into a branch. Ask to speak to the branch manager. Get to know the business banker. Get to know the mortgage loan officers, which are available at those branches. You can set up an appointment online at telhio.org. You can pick which banker that you want to talk to, which mortgage lender, and what time. If it's for business lending, we'll come out to your business. So get to know us, give us an opportunity. We are dedicated to providing financial services at the best possible rates and terms to the community.
Thank you very much for this time, and we really appreciate what you are able to let us know. Telhio Credit Union. It's we are talking to the CEO because of the impact that Telhio Credit Union has made, that we at the New American Television are aware of. And so I really want to say a very big thank you for creating this time, because we know that you are a very busy person, and also we believe that with the few time we've interacted now, and that with the things you've talked about, a lot of people especially the New American, the immigrant and the refugee community will be able to appreciate and acknowledge what the Telhio Credit Union is doing. Thank you very much for coming to Global Affairs.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.